Here is something nobody tells you about money. The hardest dollar you will ever earn is not your first dollar, and it is not your millionth dollar either. It is the 10,000th one. Your first $10,000 is the most misunderstood number in your entire financial life. People treat it like a mystery, like some locked door that only opens if you get lucky, or get rich parents, or stumble onto the right crypto coin at the right time. They think there is a secret, a trick, some clever move that the people with money know and they don't. So today I am going to do something a little strange. I am going to show you the math. The actual, boring, unsexy, completely doable math of going from nothing, from a flat zero in your bank account, all the way to your first $10,000. No side hustle required, no investing genius, no luck, just an equation, a system, and a little bit of patience. And by the end of this video, the thing that felt impossible is going to feel almost mechanical, like assembling furniture. Annoying, sure, but anyone can do it if they follow the steps. Oh, and one more thing before we start. I should introduce myself. I am Sprout, and I want you to remember one fact about me for the next 10 minutes. Because everything I am about to tell you, I learned the hard way. I started as a single coin, so let's grow. First, we need to talk about why $10,000 is the magic number. Not 5,000, not 50,000, 10. Because something almost magical happens to your life at $10,000, and it has nothing to do with the money being a big pile. Let me paint the picture. Below $10,000, you are fragile. And I mean that in a very specific, very physical way. When you have nothing saved, your entire financial life is balanced on a knife's edge. Your car makes a weird noise, and your stomach drops. Your tooth starts hurting, and instead of thinking, "I should see a dentist," you think, "Please, not now, I cannot afford this." A surprise bill of $400 is not an inconvenience. It is a crisis. It becomes credit card debt. It becomes borrowing from a friend. It becomes that horrible sinking feeling at 2 in the morning. When you have nothing, every small emergency is a catastrophe, because you have no buffer between you and the world. Now here is what changes at $10,000. Suddenly, the car noise is just a car noise. The dentist is just an appointment. The surprise bill is annoying, but it is survivable. You stop flinching. You stop living in that low, constant hum of money fear that follows so many people around every single day. This is what the experts call an emergency fund. But I think that name is boring, and it undersells what is actually happening. Because $10,000 is not really about emergencies. It is about something much bigger. It is the exact moment you stop drowning and start swimming. Below it, money happens to you. You react, you scramble, you patch holes. Above it, you start to make decisions from a place of calm instead of panic. And a calm person makes radically better money choices than a scared one. We will come back to that idea later because it matters more than almost anything else. But there is a second reason 10,000 is magic, and this one is sneaky. The skills you build getting to your first $10,000 are the exact same skills that get you to your first 100,000, and then your first million. The numbers get bigger, but the muscles are identical. The discipline, the system, the patience, the habit of keeping more than you spend. You are not just saving money right now. You are training. You are building the financial version of a body that knows how to do this on autopilot. So, your first 10,000 is the hardest, because you are building the muscle from scratch. Everything after it is easier because the muscle already exists. Okay, so that is the why. Now, let's get to the how. And it all starts with one equation. The only equation that actually matters. Are you ready? Here it is. What you keep equals what comes in minus what goes out. That's it. That is the whole game. Write it on a sticky note. Tattoo it on your brain. What you keep equals what comes in minus what goes out. Now I know what you are thinking. Sprout, that is obvious. That is so simple it is almost insulting. And you are right. It is simple. But here is the thing that is going to blow your mind a little. Almost nobody actually lives by it. Let me prove it to you with two people. I'm going to call them Alex and Sam. Alex makes a lot of money, like an impressive amount. Alex has the job title, the salary that makes people raise their eyebrows at parties, the whole thing. On paper, Alex is winning. Sam makes about half of what Alex makes. A normal, modest income, nothing that turns any heads. Now, who do you think has more money saved? If you said Alex, you have fallen into the exact trap that keeps most people broke their entire lives. Because the answer, more often than you would ever believe, is Sam. Here is why. Alex earns a lot, but Alex also spends almost all of it. The nicer apartment to match the salary. The newer car, because Alex deserves it. The dinners, the gadgets, the subscriptions, the upgrades. Every time more money comes in, more money goes out to meet it. Alex's gap. The space between what comes in and what goes out is basically zero. Sometimes it is even negative. So Alex, this high earner, this person everyone assumes is rich, keeps almost nothing. One bad month and Alex is in trouble just like everybody else. Alex is what I call broke at a higher price point. Sam, on the other hand, earns less but protects the gap. Sam keeps a few $100s every single month between what comes in and what goes out. And those few $100s, they pile up, month after month, quietly, boringly, relentlessly. This is the secret that the whole world somehow keeps missing. Wealth is not your income. Wealth is the gap. Income is just the fuel, but fuel by itself does not move anything. If you pour 1,000 gallons of fuel into a tank with a giant hole in the bottom, you are not going anywhere. You are just making a mess. The gap, what you keep, that is the engine. And a small engine that actually runs will take you so much further than a giant tank that leaks everything out. So the entire goal, the only goal really, is to open up a gap between what comes in and what goes out, and then protect that gap with your life. And right now you might be thinking, great, so I just spend less. Easy. I will just have more willpower. No, please, no. This is where almost everyone fails, and I do not want you to be one of them. Because willpower is a terrible strategy. It is the worst tool in the entire toolbox. Let me tell you why willpower fails, and then I will tell you what actually works instead. Willpower is like a phone battery. You wake up in the morning with it fully charged, but every decision you make during the day drains it a little. Should I have the salad or the burger? Should I reply to that annoying email? Should I go to the gym? Should I buy the thing I have been staring at online for a week? By the end of the day, your willpower battery is at 4% and blinking red. And that is exactly when you order the takeout. Buy the thing and tell yourself you will start being good with money tomorrow. You cannot win the money game with willpower because the moment you are tired, or stressed, or sad, or it is payday and you feel rich for about 48 hours, willpower loses, every time. So here is the move. The single most powerful idea in this entire video. Are you ready? You make the gap automatic. You take it out of your own hands completely. You build a system that protects the gap for you. so that you never even have to think about it, never have to fight yourself, never have to rely on that blinking red willpower battery. The principle has a name, and it is over 100 years old, and it is so good it has never gone out of style. It is called pay yourself first. Here is what it means. Most people get paid, then they spend on everything else. The rent, the food, the fun, the upgrades, and then, at the very end of the month, they look at whatever sad little crumbs are left over, and they try to save that. And you know what is left over at the end of the month? Nothing. There is never anything left over. The spending always rises to swallow whatever is there. This is a law of nature, almost. It is called Parkinson's Law, and we are going to do a whole video on it one day because it is sneaky and it is ruining your finances right now. But the short version is this. Your expenses expand to fill the money available. So if you wait until the end, the money is gone. Paying yourself first flips the whole thing upside down. The moment your money comes in, before you do anything else, before you pay a single bill, before you buy a single coffee, a chunk of it gets pulled out and sent somewhere you cannot easily touch it. You pay yourself first. Your future self. Me, basically. You are watering the sprout. And here is the beautiful, almost magical part. The money you never see is money you never miss. I am serious. This is one of the strangest, most reliable facts about human beings and money. If $500 vanishes from your account the second you get paid and lands in a separate savings account you have to make an effort to look at, within about 2 months, your brain simply forgets that money was ever there. You adjust. You live on what is left, and meanwhile, in the background, the gap is filling up your savings like rain filling a barrel. So let me make this concrete, painfully concrete. Let's actually do the boring math I promised you. Let's say you set up an automatic transfer of $500 a month into a separate savings account. The second your paycheck lands, $500 walks itself out the door and into savings before you can touch it. $500 a month. How long to 10,000? 20 months. That's it. A little under 2 years and you have built the buffer that changes your entire relationship with money. From nothing. From zero. But maybe $500 a month feels like a lot right now. Maybe that is just not realistic for where you are. Okay, let's go smaller. Let's say $200 a month. The price of, what? A few dinners out? At $200 a month, you reach 10,000 in about 4 years. And I know, 4 years sounds like forever. But let me ask you something. How long is 4 years going to take to pass, whether you do this or not? 4 years from now is coming no matter what. The only question is whether 4 years from now you is standing on a foundation of $10,000 or standing exactly where you are right now, flinching at car noises. Time is going to pass either way. You might as well have it working for you. And here is the part that makes it even better. The part the boring math actually reveals once you look closely. That timeline is the slow version. Because real life is not a flat line. You will get raises. You will get a tax refund. You will get a birthday check or a bonus. Or you will sell some old junk online. And every time a chunk of unexpected money shows up, what I call found money, most people let it disappear into lifestyle. They get a raise and immediately upgrade their life to match, and the gap stays exactly the same. Remember Alex? Don't be Alex. Instead, every time found money appears, you funnel it straight into the gap. You got a raise? Send half of it to savings before your lifestyle even notices. Tax refund of $1,500? That is not a shopping spree. That is a month and a half of progress, dropped into your account in one shot. You do this, and your 4-year timeline quietly collapses into 3 years. Or 2. The gap does not just fill up, it accelerates. Now, quick but important, where do you actually keep this money while you build it? Because most people make a mistake here that quietly costs them free money, and I do not want you to be one of them. The default move is to just leave it in your regular checking account or a basic savings account at the same big bank you have used since you were a teenager. And here is the problem. Those accounts pay you almost nothing, like a fraction of a percent. Your $10,000 sits there earning you maybe a few cents a year. It is basically asleep. But there is a thing called a high-yield savings account, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It is a savings account, fully safe, fully accessible, no risk, no games, that simply pays you a real interest rate instead of an insulting one. We are talking the difference between earning a few cents a year and earning a few $100s a year on that same $10,000 for doing absolutely nothing, for the money just sitting there. Let me say that again because it is a little wild. Same money, same safety, the same access whenever you need it. The only difference is which account it lives in, and one of them quietly hands you hundreds of dollars a year for free, while the other hands you almost nothing and keeps the difference for itself. This is what I mean when I say the people with money know things you don't. It is not some genius secret. It is just they took 20 minutes one afternoon to move their savings somewhere that actually pays them. That is it. That is the whole edge. So when you open that separate account I told you about, do not open just any account. Open a high-yield one. It takes about the same 20 minutes. It is just as safe. And it means that from day one, your gap is not only filling up because you are adding to it. It is also filling up just a little because the money itself has started to work. Your sprout just grew its very first tiny leaf, all on its own. And that little taste, money making money while you sleep, that is your first glimpse of the force I am going to show you in the next video. Because a high-yield savings account is the gentle, baby version of it. What comes next is the same idea, turned all the way up to maximum. Okay, take a breath, because now I am going to give you the twist. The thing that almost nobody tells you. The reason this video is called The Boring Math Nobody Shows You. You have probably heard the advice before. Stop buying lattes, skip the coffee, cut the little luxuries and you will be rich. You have heard it 1,000 times. And it is mostly nonsense. I mean, it is not wrong exactly. Yes, small purchases add up. Yes, if you mindlessly buy a $7 coffee every single day, that is real money over a year. I am not telling you to be reckless with the small stuff. But here is the truth the latte advice completely misses. And it is huge. The small stuff is the pebbles. And while you are obsessing over the pebbles, you are walking right past the boulders. There are 3 boulders in your budget, 3 expenses so large that they dwarf everything else combined. And they are the same 3 for almost everyone on the planet: housing, transportation, and food. For most people, these 3 things eat up the vast majority of everything they spend. So let me ask you something. If you spend an hour agonizing over whether to buy a $4 coffee, but you never once question whether you are spending too much on your apartment, or whether you bought way more car than you needed, or whether you are ordering takeout 5 nights a week, you are straining to catch pebbles while boulders roll right over you. Optimizing the big 3 is where the real gap gets created. Living with a roommate for 1 year instead of alone. buying a reliable, boring, used car instead of a shiny financed one that loses value the second you drive it off the lot. Cooking at home 4 nights a week instead of ordering in. These are the moves that open up not $5 of gap, but $500, sometimes $1,000 of gap a month. One good decision about your housing can be worth more than 1,000 skipped coffees. So forget the pebbles, go after the boulders. That is the boring math nobody shows you. Because honestly, telling you to skip coffee is easier and it sells more books than telling you to make one hard, big decision about where you live. Now, there is a second lever, and we should talk about it, because the gap has 2 sides. You can make the gap bigger by spending less, but you can also make it bigger by earning more. And earning more has no ceiling. You can only cut your spending down to 0. But your income? That can grow forever. So yes, absolutely. Work on earning more. Build a skill. Ask for the raise. Pick up the extra work. We are going to make whole videos about exactly how to do that. But, and this is the most important but in this entire video, earning more only works if you protect the gap while you do it. Because if you earn more and let your spending rise to match it, you have learned nothing. You have just become a bigger, more expensive version of broke. You have become Alex. Earning more is the accelerator, but the gap is the steering wheel. And a car with a great accelerator and no steering wheel just crashes faster. So let me pull it all together for you because I want you to walk away from this with something you can actually do. Not just a nice feeling, an action. Here is your move. This week, not someday, this week. Step 1. Open a separate savings account. A different one from your everyday checking account. It should be just slightly annoying to access. Out of sight, out of mind. That separation is not a technicality, it is the whole point. Step 2. Set up one automatic transfer to move money into it the day after you get paid. And here is the key. Start with an amount that feels almost too easy. If 500 scares you, do 200. If 200 scares you, do 50. I am dead serious. Because at the very beginning, the exact amount does not matter nearly as much as the habit. You are not trying to get rich this month. You are trying to prove to yourself that you are now a person who pays yourself first. Once that identity clicks into place, once the system is running, you just turn the dial up over time. Step 3. Give the account a name, not savings. That is boring and forgettable. Name it something that means something to you. Freedom. My 10,000. The day I stop flinching. Because when that money has a name and a purpose, you stop seeing it as money you could spend, and you start seeing it as a thing you are building. And you do not raid the thing you are building. That's it, those 3 steps. A separate account, one automatic transfer, and a name. Do those this week, and the machine starts running. And from then on, your first $10,000 is not a question of if, it is just a question of when. And when takes care of itself. So let me say the thing I most want you to remember now that you have seen the whole picture. Your first $10,000 is not a lottery ticket. It is not luck. It is not a secret that rich people are hiding from you. It is a system. It is the gap, made automatic, protected fiercely, plus a little bit of time. That is the entire formula. There is nothing else. And if you are sitting there right now with 0 saved, feeling like everyone else is way ahead of you, feeling like you missed some boat, I need you to hear this. You are not behind. You are one automatic transfer away from starting. That is the only distance between you and the beginning. One transfer, one decision, this week. Remember what I told you to remember about me way back at the start? I started as a single coin. That is all anyone starts as. The people with the money tree growing in their backyard. Every single one of them started exactly where you are, with one coin and a decision to keep it instead of spend it. So plant the coin, water it, and let's grow. Now, there is one more thing I have to tell you, and it changes everything you just learned. Because once you have that first $10,000 sitting safely in your account, leaving it there, just sitting in savings, is actually one of the biggest mistakes you can make. I know. I just spent this whole video telling you to save it. And you should. You absolutely should build it first. But the moment you have it, there is a force in the universe, a quiet, invisible, almost unbelievable force that can take that money and turn it into many, many times itself. While you sleep, while you do nothing at all. Most people never use it because they never understand it. And the ones who do understand it, they become wealthy almost without trying. In the next video, I am going to show you exactly what happens to just $1,000 when you let it sit for 30 years. And the chart I am going to draw for you is going to change the way you look at every single dollar you own for the rest of your life. I am Sprout. You just took the first step. I will see you in the next one.